And what is up, everybody? Iron Doggo here, back to you with another reaction video, guys. Now today I'm going to be reacting to, of course, a lot of y'all have been waiting for, Handplates Season 2. This is going to be a part 1 though. Why? Because instead of reacting part by part, from part 1 to like part 10 possibly, or part 9 was last season, I'm actually be taking this from the movie, which is the entire season built into one video, and I'm only going to be reacting to about half of it, and then I'll have a part 2 reacting to the other half. So, I hope you guys will enjoy it. As always, guys, first three links in the description below. Number 1, the original video. Number 2, Starbot dubbed comics. No, wait, no, I'm thinking of something. Starbot dubs. Goodness sakes, can't spit it out. Channel for dubbing this, and then the original comic on the third link. So let's start here. Stop hearing me babble on, and let's get into it.
Brother, have you seen my...
Huh?
Brother!
What?
The cube! You ruined it! I was working on that all day!
Oh. Oops. I didn't know you were doing a thing with it. Sorry. It was a spiral, right? Give me a sec.
No!
There we go. Fixed it. Here.
I don't even want it anymore!
Come on. I said sorry. Don't sulk. Hey, here. I reset it for you.
I'm not stupid!
I didn't say you were.
I'm not stupid! I'm not stupid! My puzzles are really good! They're really challenging and smart and good.
Don't I always say that? Look, don't let him get to you, okay? We both know you're not dumb. I'm sorry for messing up your puzzle.
I'll just have to make a harder one next time. Oh, how did training go?
Same as always. You know me. I'm the best at being disappointing.
Oh, don't worry, brother. You'll be better at it someday. Did he give you one of the laser thingies?
Oh, yeah, but it didn't do much. I guess it was kind of funny to see the look on his face, though. He really thought he was onto something. Looks like I can fail my way out of anything.
Does it look like mine? Can I see it? I want to see.
Huh?
I'm guessing.
I'm not real good at it.
Come on, I want to see. I want to see. Show me.
Okay.
Show me.
It's a caster blaster.
Yep, that's it. Doesn't quite match up to yours, huh? Oh, jeez, are you okay? I didn't tell it to.
I love it.
You have a scar on your neck.
What?
You had a scar right here. There's a little line.
Oh, that's probably from when he did that thing, you know?
Yeah, when you had the neck brace. It's my fault it didn't heal right. If I was better at healing, I could have fixed it.
Oh no, brother, don't think that.
Sam
you did a
is
good
starting
job.
to look down on himself.
It's just with your condition.
My condition. He messed up when he made me. That's my condition. He messed up and now I can't do anything right. I'm not good for anything.
That's not true.
Let's face it, I'm not supposed to be here, okay? I'm a mistake. I'm a prototype. I'm spare parts. Whatever it is. It's real obvious I'm not like you or him. So let's stop pretending, okay?
That's not true, brother. You're not a mistake. Why would he have kept you if you were a mistake?
To use against you? That's the only thing I'm good for. Everything else, I can't even heal you right. I can't help you when I want to and I can't. Why did he make me like this? Why didn't he make me like you? Then at least I could protect you. I could take some of it for you instead of...
Brother, listen. Look at me. What do you always tell me about him?
Don't let him get to you.
That's right. You don't think I'm stupid, do you?
No.
And I don't think you're worthless. It doesn't matter if you mean nothing to him.
Wow, this
you
is
mean
really intense.
everything to me. You're what keeps me alive. Never forget that, okay? It doesn't matter what he says. He's wrong. I'm the smartest monster in the whole underground, and you're the strongest, and someday we'll prove it to him. I know it. Just don't give up, okay?
Okay.
skeletons, right?
You and me?
And him.
Yeah.
So he can make bones, and we can make bones too, right?
Uh-huh.
So, do you think we can do that other thing he does? Where he grabs you and picks you up with magic?
Oh, telekinesis.
Now that you mention it.
We're all skeletons, right? Maybe that's a thing skeletons can do.
Maybe. What, you want to try?
Yeah! We won't know unless we try, right?
Guess so. So, how do we start?
Well, it feels like he's grabbing your soul and holding it. Try putting your hand on my soul.
Why you first?
Because I won't die if something goes wrong. Put your hand on my soul!
Okay.
Now... do magic stuff.
Do magic stuff.
I don't know. I'm not good at magic stuff.
Oh, it's working! Wow, it feels...
It feels weird, right?
Yeah, it's not cold or big or scary. It feels, familiar? Like it's my magic, but not quite.
Yeah, it's like mine, but more? Oh, this is so weird.
Okay, so
It's
try
not- it's
closing your magic
both of their
around me.
magic
See if you
combined.
can hold on to me.
Because they're brothers,
Okay,
it's very
okay.
similar.
You're doing it! Oh, look! You're doing it! Oh, look, you're doing it! Oh, look at it glowing! Wow!
You doing okay?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt or anything. It just feels kind of heavy. Oh, try to pick me up!
What?
Come on, pick me up!
There's no way. You're too heavy, bro.
He picks me up all the time.
He's stronger than me.
Come on, at least try.
Maybe I've been trying this whole time and you didn't even notice.
Really?
Nah, I'm messing with you.
Brother! Fine, then maybe I'll just pick you up.
Wait. What's happening?
I don't know. I feel kind of fuzzy.
Yeah. Kind of blurry.
Okay, maybe I won't
Goodness.
pick you up.
Yeah. Maybe we shouldn't do it at the same time. It felt like we had a loop going there or something.
Yeah, whatever that is. That sounds right.
It's pretty good we can do it, though.
It is pretty good. Do you think he'll be happy we figured it out?
Let's not tell him, huh? I don't think he'd like you.
Ooh. Gaster's either worried or happy that happened. Don't know which. Goodness. Season 2.
Come with me.
Hmm.
I know the two of you have been experimenting with blue magic.
Blue?
Yes, that is the color associated with the ability. It makes sense that you both would be able to use it. You inherited it from me.
Hmm.
Since you're beginning to show aptitude for it, a lesson is in order.
Hmm. They're both not happy about that.
Blue magic allows a soul to be affected by gravity, the source of the heavy feeling you'd no doubt experience every time I pick either of you up. Now, those truly adept at blue magic can take hold of the soul and move it as they please. With my expertise, I barely have to exert any effort at all to lift and move either of you. Now to the point. Should either of you ever even think of using blue magic on me, for any reason, there will be consequences.
No! Stop!
As you can see, at this level, I do not need to raise traps on the walls to inflict significant damage. Just the strikes themselves are enough.
Oh, stop! Don't! Leave him alone! You're going to kill him!
Oh, please, give me some credit. I know exactly how much punishment he can take. And I know exactly how hard to make each strike right down to the number. He is in no danger of death. This is merely a demonstration.
Stop! 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 Please! Please stop!
Have I made myself clear?
Yes, yes, just stop. Please stop. Please.
Did you hear
My
that?
gosh.
I cannot make an example of him so easily, but you have the endurance to take his place should he misbehave. If 1S ever even considers using blue magic against me, I will hold you responsible. And this is just a demonstration. I assure you, this could be much worse. Do you understand? And you, 1S?
Yes. I understand. Just let him go,
Gosh.
please.
If the point has been made, then we are done for now. Here, heal him if you like. I'll fix whatever you can't. For your sake, I hope both of you keep this in mind.
What about him?
Hmm?
What if he used blue magic on you?
We both know that's not going to happen. People are getting very concerned. I know, and we're working on it. The surge is...
Hey! 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 I need to talk to you.
Oh, hello there. Is something on your mind? Your Majesty, I thought this meeting was approved for staff only. Now, Gaster, I can always make time for a concerned citizen. What's on your mind, my friend?
I want to talk about the Corps.
Yes, what about it?
People don't feel safe in there. We're always understaffed and people are worried about falling in.
Falling in?
Yeah, especially because the place is always shuffling around for no good reason.
Excuse me, that feature keeps the entire construct in line with traditional puzzle principles.
The only thing puzzling about it is why you eggheads can't even put some safety rails into your fancy designs.
Like you know anything about proper design. Everyone calm down, please.
Snap.
You said you were understaffed?
Yeah, we should be working in pairs so we'll know if something happens to someone. We need a buddy system, but there ain't any buddies to go around in there.
Are you sure? That's weird. I mean, you're right. That makes sense, but don't we always hire people in pairs? I thought we did.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm almost sure.
Well, go ahead and check. There ain't no pairs in there. You gotta do something. It's not safe.
Has anyone working in the Corps ever reported any accidents?
Well, happen. And if someone fell in, they're not gonna be able to report it, are they, smart guy?
No, but we would have definitely heard from their families, or their friends, or their partners, or anyone else who cared about them.
Unless their entire existence
someone
was
fell into the
erased.
We would
All
know.
the memories.
Just because it ain't happened don't mean it won't happen. People could die in there.
I'm not concerned about baseless hypotheticals. The benefits of the Corps far outweigh.
Hypotheticals? Why, you...
Alright, everyone, calm down, please. Thank you for coming to talk to me about this. I will take your concerns very seriously. If that is all...
Yeah, I get the picture. Nobody cares about the little guys.
Well, that was awkward.
Dr. Alphys, could you look into getting the Corps staff some more people? And, Dr. Gaster, I'd appreciate it if you put in some safety rails, at least. Don't see the point. 7 a.m.
I'm guessing
Lights
that's
on.
foreshadowing.
Everything in order. Forgot to shut the main computer down the previous night. No apparent damage. 7:15 a.m. Subject 2 is awake. Subject 1 is not. But their behavior indicates nothing is amiss. Breakfast and coffee. This headache won't go away.
Are they?
8 a.m. Subjects are both awake and playing a bone-tossing game. One episode from 1S. Evidence points to an increasing trend following the incident. As predicted, 2P's episode rate remains stable. They are eating normally, despite shivering more than usual. 10:30 a.m. Fast-forwarded through 4 hours of last week's surveillance video. Roughly 120 more hours to catch up to today. Nothing of interest. Ran the magic peek check over unwatched footage. No results. Still have a headache. 11 a.m. Check up on 2P. He's healing very well.
I'm sorry.
Quiet. Be quiet. He did not say anything. 11:30 a.m. Blue magic. The panic attacks when they are picked up are growing shorter. 2Ps are worse than 1Ss, as predicted. Continued exposure should reduce the duration, though they are very obedient now to avoid being picked up, so it's not a priority. No threats or manufactured situation can get them to use the blue magic themselves. 2P bursts into hysterical tears. 1S shuts down into a near catatonic state. Success.
Success?
12
Gosh.
p.m. Smoke break.
Wrong.
12:37 p.m. Call with alphas to discuss core readings and development. Anomalous readings continue to plague me. Core is functioning, but it could be better. Must figure out improvements. 2:08 p.m. Forgot to eat. Little progress. Fed subjects. Still eating normally. 3 p.m. Blaster tests. When the two of them hold hands, 2P's magic output is greatly increased. 1S's damage output remains capped, however. No matter how 2P tries to assist, nothing seems capable of breaking 1S's limitations. He's like a black hole when it comes to magic. It'd be fascinating if it weren't so annoying. They ended up fighting when 1S tried to zap me, as predicted, and 2P interceded. I wasn't in the mood to mediate, so I've separated them until they calm down. 4:05 p.m. Still have a headache. 4:15 p.m. Smoke break.
Still wrong. Still wrong.
6:15 p.m. Progress made with DTEM IDF theory. Cooling conveyance nearly complete. Still can't figure out what's wrong with the core. My personal magic signature is still completely absent from both TML files. Can't track down the bug that's causing this. 6:20 p.m. Call from Asgore. Wants to meet to discuss safety rails. Told him I was very busy, but he insisted. Need to get rid of the smoke smell. 7:45 p.m.
Wants to hide it.
Returned from meeting/dinner. Ran longer than anticipated. We'll have to move the laser session to tomorrow. Just remembered I left 1 and 2 separated this whole time. 8 p.m. Reunited subjects and fed them. Argument has been apparently forgotten. 9 p.m. Another 2 hours of footage fast-forwarded. Nothing of note. This would be easier if I could work effectively while checking these, but they make it impossible to focus. 118 hours to go, not counting today's. Subjects are currently talking about their day. Prolonged separation prompted an extra episode from both of them, not counting it towards their normal rate. 11 p.m. Work, headache,
Very
smoke.
interesting.
12 a.m. Hit a wall. No progress. Can't think.
She's getting tired.
Turned off the lights to try and focus. 1 and 2 are curled up and talking about dreams. We'll have to cross-reference what they say with TML readings during their next.
So I'm very silent. I'm just very focused right now. I just can't believe what's happening.
Two 2:06 a.m. Tired. Just tired.
There's no point in saying I hate this, right?
No, not really.
I hate this.
Thanks for your input.
Got a reason for whatever you're doing this time, or are you just bored and got nothing better to do? Hey, maybe you could saw my head off too, so me and my bro can have matching scars. That'd be interesting for you, right?
I always have reasons for what I do.
Mind sharing them for once? Or are you just gonna go, you wouldn't understand, for the 80th time?
You wouldn't understand. Not completely.
81.
If we reach 100, do I get a prize?
Nice.
Well,
I don't know why I indulge either of you. It's no use to me in the long run. It's probably detrimental, honestly.
hey, what are we gonna do even if you do tell us, huh? Nothing. You got all the power here, so why not?
Do you remember what I've told you about souls?
They're the culmination of our beings or something.
Yes, that applies
Red
both
soul.
to humans and to monsters. And to you. The two of you are unique. There's never been anything like you before, and there never will be anything like you again, most likely.
We're things, you said.
Yes. You are constructs, artificial beings created following a monster's blueprints. Now, do you recall what monsters are made of?
Magic.
Yes, and that magic is created and maintained by our souls. A monster's body, therefore, is a direct manifestation of their soul. And the two of you have unique souls, unlike any other monster that's ever lived. Therefore, your bodies and their potential strengths and weaknesses and limitations are completely unknown. I've already made unexpected discoveries by pushing your limits, so I'm continuing to explore my options. Now are you satisfied?
Did you ever enjoy it?
Excuse me?
Did you ever enjoy hurting us?
Yes. Yeah, that's a good
I do
question.
what I have to.
That's not an answer.
It's got a point. Not an answer. It's a yes or no.
But it's the only one you got, isn't it?
What were you like before you made us?
It doesn't matter.
Did you do this kind of thing before?
Irrelevant.
Were you nice back then? Were you happy once? What happened?
Come on, we've wasted enough time. Oh, subject 1, give me the color cube. I'm going to need it later.
Brother, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I let go in time. Huh? His hand! Get his hand and turn off the beams! Quick, this is our chance!
He's hurt.
Who cares? Get his hand! Come on, hurry! What are you doing?
He's hurt. He's hurt really bad. I can't just leave him like this.
What? No! Turn off the beams! What are you doing? What? Are you listening? Brother! Brother, come on! Don't you! What do you think's gonna happen if you help him, huh? He's not gonna let us go! He's not gonna change! Think about what he did to you! This is our chance! This is our only chance to get out of here! Brother, please! I'm begging you! Just leave him! Please! Please! Please!
Whoa.
No.
Why? Why did you do that?
You were
Even
hurt.
Gas is
I
confused.
just
You couldn't. Oh, I can't believe it. Even when it costs you everything, still you. I don't understand. After everything where does that blind, unthinking kindness come from?
Well, you made me, so it must have come from you, right?
God, you don't understand. You really don't understand at all. A human would have escaped. A human would have let me die. No mercy is going to get you killed. You may get us all killed.
Is he talking about the genocide round? Is he foreshadowing the genocide? Is he foreshadowing the genocide route? I'm just...
I took 2P with me when I left. 1S was too agitated to safely open the cell without chancing his escape, and I was... not at full strength. I locked 2P in a room alone while I recuperated. Normally isolation is a punishment, but this time I wanted some time to myself. 2P was already upset when he left, and being left alone for so long did no favors.
Are you mad at us? Please don't hurt him. Don't hurt my brother. He didn't mean to, I swear.
I'm not angry. Come on.
Really? You aren't mad at him?
I would have done the same thing in his place.
Exactly what I thought.
Judge. I should have been more
He would have done the same thing. I mean, I think any of us would. If we were like that, we would definitely do the same.
Such a fragile state would lead to usual comforting on his return, or so I thought. This time, though...
Brother?
How could you do that?
Things did not go as usual.
He was hurt.
We could have escaped.
We could have got out of here and you threw it away for him.
Well, what was I supposed to do?
Let him die! It's not like he doesn't deserve it after everything he's done to you. He should have died. If I was the one out there, I would have...
You would have... How could you? How could you let someone...
How could you choose him over me?
They did not say anything more.
Gosh.
When I checked in on them before I left, I saw for the first time that they were sleeping apart. I'd long assumed that the bond they developed was unbreakable, only strengthening under duress. Anything done to drive them apart would only bring them closer together. It appears I was wrong. Entry. This is becoming worrisome. A potential problem. The two of them have not reconciled, and as a result, they are doing poorly. I remember being concerned about this earlier when I first introduced them to each other. My misgivings were not unfounded. Their first taste of loneliness is poisoning them. 1S refuses to speak to me at all. He will follow directions, but he only puts in the barest minimum of effort, regardless of threats or punishment. I've grown used to... Normally, he tries to engage me in debate or get on my nerves in some attempt to prove something. But lately, nothing. He does not even seem angry, just lifeless. Hopeless. Even the slightest movement seems to exhaust him. It is worryingly, increasingly difficult to get him to even wake up each day. 2P does not lack for energy, but it comes with a new fragility. He'd relied on his 1S's support before whenever he failed at something, and now, with nothing to bolster him, he's lost. He cannot focus, and even tests he used to pass are becoming impossible. With each new failure, he gets worse. He's begun asking me for reassurance, which certainly proves he's desperate. It's strange to see them so quiet. I wonder what they're thinking about. I always thought I'd enjoy the day when 2P realized that his mercy would have real consequences. That it would get people hurt. But now that it's come, it's just inconvenient. At this rate, little is going to be accomplished. I'm not sure they'll even heal each other properly like this. The question is, what to do? These sorts of social dramas are, admittedly, not in my skill set. I'm not sure I wouldn't just make things worse.
I can't believe this.
I am the focal point of this entire argument, after all. It looks as though 2P is having a nightmare. Usually 1S is so close by he can wake him, but this time... alone.
Well, I think I'm gonna end it there, guys. That might seem very short, but for good reason, of course. We're at a good stopping point here, so I think this will be part 1, guys. Number 1 to say, this is very interesting, very good, lots of questions here. This is probably the most questions I've ever had in a series, not a series, a reaction video ever. Goodness sakes, I don't mean a single video, not a series, just one video. Well, by definition, this is kind of like maybe 4 videos. If you think about it, it's one. Anyway, you get the point. So very interesting, guys, and I do highly recommend you guys go subscribe to Starbot and go like and share the original video. That way, you guys can also stay up to date with all of our Handplate stuff. Because it's season 2, and I don't know if season 3 has come out yet. I don't think it has. So that's very interesting. And I might even wait for the movie to come out before yeah. So anyway, that's for another time. But now to get to the questions. Tension between Paps and Sans. We know the answer to that, but we don't know the end of that. So we saw at the beginning of this episode there was small tension between them, kind of foreshadowing what is happening now. They're now separated because of Sans doing the escape. He wanted, and I totally understand, he wanted to be free at any cost, and Papyrus and his mercy gave mercy, and they're still down there. And now Sans doesn't want to do anything with Papyrus. So yeah, that's kind of sad, and I don't even know if this is going to end this season. Again, we're at part 1, so that's halfway, but is it going to end this season? Or is it just going to keep continuing? I don't know. Anyway, they can summon Gaster Blasters. That's interesting. That's fun. Just kind of a little note there that I don't really think is and I guess we saw how they had to use it. Sans has tried twice actually to take out Gaster. Once in training, and a successful move, and Papyrus intervened. Both times, one was very critical. So that's very interesting. Sans looked down on himself. So something very interesting about this is we all know, if you've played the Gentle Starter out, Sans seems to be a very depressed person. This is kind of showing that here as well. Although I feel like he's depressed in the in Undertale because of the timeline thing, but this is different. But still, ironically, what Gaster said is that when Papyrus fails a test, he has Sans to fall back on. Ironically, I think it's the same way here. Sans looks down on himself and Papyrus raises him up. So, ironically, since they're now separate, none of them have that. So, as Gaster said, they grow together, but now that they're separated, they grow together. Now they're separated, they're falling apart. They're going downhill from there. So, another thing I thought was very interesting is telekinesis on top of telekinesis. You know, when they grabbed and used blue magic, I thought it was very interesting because I wrote that down because I remember something funny in an old Minecraft mod called the gravity gun. Apparently there was an old glitch in there to where if you gravity gun someone, raised them up, and they had a gravity gun, they raised you up, it would create an infinite loop of them both going up. I wonder if that would happen in Undertale. Like, if you use blue magic on another person and then you both raise each other up, will it become infinite before someone breaks it? I'm very curious of what would happen. It's just a little note there. That ain't something like plot defying like some of the other things. Will Papyrus use blue magic on Gaster? Gaster said it, so I'm very curious. And of course, we heard about the core. So is it? I've seen a lot of parodies of songs and stuff, and a lot of people show that Sans did it to protect Papyrus when he was a baby. That Sans is the one who pushed Gaster into the core. Is it all possible that Papyrus does it? Because I feel like it's just the funny thing is that Sans is so willing to get Gaster. Papyrus isn't. So is that the twist? Is that Papyrus will take out Gaster, not Sans? I don't know, something very interesting, something for y'all to think about. Because I'm just just curious because even Gaster said he wouldn't use blue magic on me because there's mercy. So, very curious. People disappearing in the core, and it even showed one of them. So that's exactly, I believe, what happened to Gaster. Falls into his creation. Or is it talking about, say, the papyrus? Because in the original Undertale, it does say that Gaster died and fell into his own creation. The funny thing is, in this series, we have, I guess we could say three. I guess I could say three, but I'm gonna say two just for project-wise: the core and the Sands of Papyrus project. Which one will he fall by? And is it talking about physically fall or maybe like die? Like a lot of people say in battle, oh my, he had fallen in battle, which basically means he died. So, very, very interesting. Very interesting. I'm marking that one. Sans gets lazy. As Gaster says, any bit of effort he puts in makes him extremely tired. That's a sign of depression, actually, I believe. I believe I'm right. I think that's a sign of depression. Is that you're so depressed that even the littlest of things and then make you tired. Because you're depressed. I don't think it's actual physically tired. It might be. I could be totally wrong. But I think it's just you're so depressed you just want to sleep and get away from the world. So that's very interesting. Headache. Gaster has a headache. It keeps happening and it keeps going. Doesn't seem to stop. And if y'all know a headache, it's not supposed to last forever. It's supposed to last maybe a day, 2 days, 3 days, I think. Not this long. So it's very interesting what Gaster's headache really means. Gaster has a picture of Asgore and Toriel. It seemed when he was young. A lot of people say that, of course, I think this is true actually, that at the opening scene of Undertale, you could see Asgore actually in the war. So Asgore is supposed to be like hundreds of years old. Possibly, depending how long the war was. Anyway, so, interestingly enough, Gaster was a kid, and Asgore was an adult, and now Gaster's an adult, and Asgore's still an adult. That's funny. So it's almost as if Asgore is almost like a childhood, maybe father figure to Gaster. I don't know. It's something very interesting. I thought would have been nice to point out. Gaster smoking. I wonder. They seem to have emphasized that. I don't know if that just means another point of like Gaster's in hard times, and typically when people are in hard times they turn to things like alcohol and smoking, and I'm sorry to talk about this during this video, but I wonder if that's foreshadowing something or not. Maybe because maybe Gaster goes out to smoke near the core, and maybe if we're right about Papyrus pushes him in. Maybe, I don't know. Something very interesting. Gaster's tired. I think that's just from all the work. Sands of Papyrus asks questions about Gaster's past. So that actually makes me wonder, are we going to see more Gaster's past? I don't know. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Just let us know there. Gaster doesn't understand. He doesn't understand why Papyrus would show mercy to him, and that is something very interesting. And even last time, I believe I asked a bunch of y'all to leave a comment whether y'all thought Papyrus was brave or stupid. I can't remember if that was last Handplates or what, and a lot of y'all said brave, so that's very interesting that Gaster sees that as stupidity, but maybe he's starting to rethink that. He's wondering why exactly would Papyrus give up an opportunity to leave, run away, get out of torture that save him. So very interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of questions here. A lot of them that are not asked, they're not answered. Which, I mean, makes sense. We're only halfway through this. So, thank you guys for watching. I said out everything before. See you later.